We love it when a game pays attention to the little details, adds Easter eggs, and builds characters that keep you coming back for more. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain did an amazing job of exactly that, and it helps keep you laughing, immersed, and returning to this phenomenal title. We decided to go ahead and collect a few examples of what this game did to impress us so much. Without further ado, here are 51 little, mind-blowing things in Metal Gear Solid 5. When you leave a mission area, you don't leave D-Horse behind. He's equipped with his own automatic Fulton device and flies away. If you stun or tranquilize an enemy and they fall into a puddle of water, they will drown. You can prevent a Fulton extraction by just shooting the balloon. Despite being a scripted event, the first time you're injured during the opening tutorial sequence, the injury alert sound plays to teach you what that sound means. If Big Boss goes dazed without showering, enemies will smell him and investigate the area. At some point, not showering will trigger a scene where Ocelot throws water on Snake. If you trank Ocelot repeatedly, he has a variety of custom dialogue, including La Li Lu Lay Lo, a reference to other Metal Gear games.
La Li Lu Lay Lo.
The fastest way to travel around Mother Base is actually to mail yourself to the other platforms. Just sit on a delivery point while in a cardboard box and you can be hand-delivered to another area. Beating up guards on Mother Base boosts staff morale. You can also deliver yourself across different enemy outposts by grabbing invoices from desired delivery points and having the right type of cardboard box. If you happen to destroy the comms equipment from the mission C2W before accepting the mission will end during the opening credits with a surprise CADS congratulating you on being so efficient.
Well, great work, boss. Mission complete.
If a wild dog attacks and pins you while you have DD as a buddy, he will leap to your rescue automatically if you don't escape. If you incapacitate a guard while they're in the middle of reporting in on a radio, the person on the other end will notice the transmission cutout and send someone to investigate. Pointing a flashlight at a guard with night vision goggles will temporarily blind them. You can Fulton a cargo container and quickly hop on for a fast getaway. Dropping a supply crate on an enemy's head knocks them out. It's actually a great way to take out some of the tougher enemies. You can use the water gun to fry electronic equipment on enemy bases without having to blow them up and risk detection. You can also use the water gun to put out fires and make outposts darker at night. If you try to use the water gun on the man on fire, Ocelot will call and tell you that isn't enough water to take him down.
That amount of water won't do it.
If you hit some trees and poles with a car, you'll actually break through them. They're not just invincible objects. You can throw enemies at other enemies to stun them. You can mount D-Horse while running and it won't break your stride. This is great for a fast getaway. Injuring your buddy on missions lowers your bond with them, even if it's an accident. Snake gets a cake and cigar on the birth date you enter at the beginning of the game.
Congratulations.
Your buddies aren't invisible to enemies. If an enemy comes to investigate where you're hiding and finds DD or D-Horse instead, they'll try and shoo them away. You can actually find and pick medicinal plants growing in your animal conservatory on Mother Base. You can unlock a Sniper Wolf uniform for Quiet. Both male and female Mother Base soldiers you take out on missions use different voices when they interrogate enemies.
Where are the others?
If you've been getting a lot of headshots on enemies, they'll respond by wearing helmets. Same with Kevlar vests for chest shots or night vision if you infiltrate frequently at night. To easily capture wandering Mother Base soldiers, you can play the Love Deterrence tape using your cassette player's speakers and they'll come right over. You can place one extra bullet in the chamber of your gun by reloading when it's fully loaded. If you have a soldier held up for too long, they'll sometimes try and attack you with a knife. Playing the tape of Quiet's humming will steady your aim. In the first mission, Kaz might repeatedly ask Big Boss to say the magic words. While there's no button prompt for it, pressing the action button will make Big Boss respond.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Calling in your helicopter will clear the smoke from a smoke grenade. You can still score a headshot at an enemy with a helmet or shield by aiming specifically between the eyes or at other gaps in their armor. A radio in Angola plays the news report that loops in Kojima's Silent Hills demo PT.
This brutal killing took place while the family was gathered at home on a Sunday afternoon.
The Kojima Productions flyer in the hospital features Snake and lists the booth numbers for the real-world GDC 2013 recruitment station. Lord of the Flies is referenced with Eli, who is located near a collection of severed pig heads and who keeps a conch shell strapped to his belt. If you're running with Dee Dee and switch which shoulder the camera should be fixed on, Dee Dee will switch sides so he's still in view. You can Fulton an enemy tank even with soldiers inside it as long as you sneak up on scene. Interrogating your own men on Mother Base can lead to some useful info like how to counter enemy tech or the locations of stashed diamonds on the base. You can electrocute yourself on downed power lines. The sound from the $6 Million Man plays when you punch soldiers with the bionic arm. You can knock out soldiers by activating a decoy that they're standing on top of. If you ever catch on fire, you can actually stop, drop, and roll to put it out. People react differently to being Fulton extracted. Enemy soldiers who are awake will be scared, while prisoners who are being rescued will let out an excited woo-hoo. Wearing a shield while riding the D-Walk provides cover for your back. Smoke grenades won't create a large cloud if thrown into a puddle. If the water's deep enough, they might not even go off at all. Photographs are added or removed from your support helicopter as you progress through the game. The flowers in the hospital room are very important to those who have played Metal Gear Solid 3. There's more where that came from, but that's just 51 of the little touches that show just how much the development team cared about your experience with the game. For more on Metal Gear Solid 5, keep it right here on IGN.